Hello traders and welcome back to another Bullishbrs webinar. I'm your host Kevin Dubrisky and am I excited for this one? Now we've had some Apex Trader funding webinars in the past and they were great, but it's been a few years and I wanted to update everyone on what their rules are, how you could trade Apex Trader funding, and I'm also going to get in depth on how you could connect TradeOvate to TradingView so you could trade right on TradingView instead of having to go between broker and charting platform. So guys, hit that like button. I'm also going to be giving away a free Apex Trader evaluation account, and that's going to be in the comments soon. So make sure you guys stick around to fill that out, and at the end we'll be doing one of those wheels and we'll see who wins. So that'll be in the comments soon. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe. What's going on, Charlie? What's going on, Brett? Hello everybody. I hope you guys are excited. Let's begin. So let's get started with what are futures. So for anybody who's getting into futures, maybe we're trading stocks or options at some point, futures are standardized contracts for buying or selling an asset at a predetermined price on a specific date. So we're not owning the asset like we would something like stocks or options. We're just sort of speculating on price movement. If we're bullish on, say, the ES, we'll want to be in longs. If we're bearish, we'll want to be in shorts or a sell position. There's 23-hour market access. Markets close Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern and reopens Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Guys, make sure you're hitting that like button. I'm going to post the link in the comments right now for you guys to fill out to win a free Apex Trader evaluation account. It's going to have you enter your email and your name, and at the end of the webinar, I'm going to plug all of those names into one of those wheels. I'm going to spin it live for you guys, and we're going to see who wins. So there's no pattern day trading rule, something else to be aware of. What's going on, Kevin? Hello and welcome. So how do they move? And again, guys, we're just going over some futures basics before we get into what is Apex Trader funding. So anybody who's a little off on futures is able to understand exactly what's going on. So how do they move? What's going on, Ozzy? Hello, hello. So the ES moves $1, right? $1 is 1 point. 1 point on an ES contract is $50. So one tick, there's 4 ticks equals 1 point. So 0.25, that's $12.50. The NASDAQ 1 point is $20, which sounds like a lot less than the ES, but we have to remember the NASDAQ's a lot more volatile and has a much wider spread and range than the ES does. 20.25 is 1 tick, that is $5 a tick. CL $1 move is $1,000, which sounds like a lot, but crude oil is a very low trading stock or future. It's usually around $60 a barrel, 62, sometimes 70, 80, but $80 a barrel, we're maybe getting a dollar move a day, right? So it moves by 0.01. That's 99 or 100 ticks equals 1 point. In GC, it moves by 10 ticks equals 1 point. 1 full point is $100. 1 tick is $10. Now, when you go over to minis, micros, now if the minis are too volatile for you, I definitely recommend when people get started with Apex or even with futures in general, you want to get started with the micros. So you could get used to the charts, you get used to whatever futures indice you're trading, and you could also get an understanding of your risk management, and you could always add and subtract to your contracts. Guys, don't forget, fill out that form in the top. That way you can get a chance to win a free Apex Trader evaluation account. Awesome stuff, guys. Futures market hours. So guys, we're just going to cover real quick. So we have the New York session, which is from 9:30 to 4. We have the Sydney session, which is 6 p.m. This is the session that opens us up in the afternoon, right? 6 p.m. Eastern to 3 a.m. in the morning. We have our Tokyo session, which opens an hour after that, 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. So they have a little bit of, they have a lot of overlap there. And then we have our London session that opens at, I have 2 a.m. Thought it was 3. We'll have to double check on that, but the point of this being that there's always a futures market open other than that 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock time. So we're able to trade. Let's say we want to enter a trade in longs on ES at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Well, that's going to roll over into the next day. We could hold that overnight. Now, benefits of Apex Trader funding, then we're going to get into some of their sales, some of their deals, and some of their rules we have to follow. So Apex Trader funding provides traders with funded accounts, and it eliminates personal capital risk, which is huge, guys, especially if you're just getting into futures. Guys, don't forget, fill out that form in the comments for a chance to win. I was able to get my hands on a free Apex Trader evaluation account for you guys. Super excited on that. The folks over at Apex are fantastic people. And don't forget, join me every Wednesday for Futures Fever on Benzinga. Fantastic people at Benzinga, at Apex trading, guys. It might seem like an overwhelming thing, but we've got a great community and such amazing support behind it. So you earn up to 90% of your profits, and you keep 100% of the first 25K you make. Trade with peace of mind with zero personal liability, and it's a 3-step process. You complete the evaluation account, you get funded, and then you get to the point where you get a payout. Now, let's get into some of the rules and everything else. So, evaluation, subscription, and billing. The monthly evaluation fee includes everything you'd need. It gives you the evaluation account, which tracks your trades, level 1 data feeds, which helps us again see the buyers and sellers, but this is level 1, it's not level 2. What's the minimum amount to start trading crude oil? Well, it would depend on the broker. Because we're looking at Apex Trader funding right now, we could get these accounts on sale for as little as $30. I think some of them are even as little as $25 with their current 80% off. And we'll go over Apex Trader funding in a little bit. I'm going to cover their website, but if you get started with them $20, $30 right now, if you pass the account and get funded, they have the lifetime PA, which is their performance account fee, set at $130, and that's it. So if you get the evaluation account for $30, you pass it and get funded for $130, you're spending in total about $160, $170 of your own capital to then get the ability to get $2,000 worth of payouts or more, depending if you could get to more payouts other than just the first one. Some optional fees, they do have resets on your account. If you fail the evaluation test, you could reset your account for an additional fee. But remember, guys, when you reset your account, it does not change your 30-day billing cycle. I can't stress that enough. If you're 2 days away from your billing cycle to be over, and you're thinking of resetting your account because you blew it, you should either A, wait for the billing to hit, because when that new cycle hits, it's going to reset your account for you. Or B, you could cancel that account and open a new one with the discount code you used prior. And this is usually the best option because it gives you the best price available. Unlimited resets, right? You could reset your account as many times as you want. Impact of resets, it's only going to impact your drawdown, initial balance, and trading days that are affected. Can you please talk about drawdown consistency rule? Anna, that's exactly what I'm going to talk about soon. I've got some great slides put together on the 30% rule and each account size and where each account should be price-wise to get paid out and to make sure we're not breaking that 30% rule. So guys, make sure you hit that like button. I put a lot of time and effort into these slides for you to make sure that I cover anything anybody might have to ask on Apex. I even have some slides about some frequently asked questions. So transitioning to a performance account, right? That's our PA account. When you pass the evaluation, the fees for your evaluation account continue until you pay the PA activation fee to convert your evaluation into a performance account. Now, you do have 48 hours after passing to sign and pay for the PA account. So if you pass it, let's say you pass it on Thursday night, if somebody doesn't get paid till Friday, you don't really have to stress about it, right? You can wait till you get your payment, pay for it the next day. That's okay. They have no problem with that. If you choose to continue with a performance account, the fees for the PA account will begin and your evaluation subscription is automatically canceled. So you don't have to go in there. Once you sign and you pay for it, they give you a brand new fresh PA account and you start from scratch. So you're on a new PA account, you're back to break even, you have a fresh new trail stop. Guys, don't forget, fill out. I'm going to post the link in the comments one more time for a chance to win. Oops, nope, that's not it. For a chance to win a free Apex Trader evaluation account. I'm going to post that link right now. You guys make sure to fill that out, punch your name and email for a chance to win, and at the end of the webinar, I'm going to punch everybody's names into a big wheel. We're going to spin it and see who wins. You get to pick any account size you choose, 25K all the way up to 300,000. If you blow your PA account, you can just get a brand new eval, no problem. Some people worried, if I blow my price action account, if I lose 2,000 on a PA account, is Apex going to be mad at me? Are they going to tell me I can't trade anymore? Is something going to change? Absolutely not. Apex does not feel any pain when you lose their money, right? There's no way that Apex, which is paying out millions and millions and millions a month, even sometimes a week, lose 2,000 on a PA, that's okay. A lot of times when you're on a new PA account, they keep you on a paper account until you proven or hit 3 to 4 withdrawals, right? Because they want to make sure you're a consistent trader before they give you real profit in the market. And they also copy some of their best traders as well for themselves. So there's a 72-hour grace period, additional tips, and more. And then we're going to get into that 30% rule that everybody stresses about. And guys, I can't stress enough, this 30% rule should really be no issue. If a renewal payment fails, so the 72-hour rule, guys, is basically for a renewal payment fails. If you have an evaluation account, the 30 days hits and it's trying to bill you again. If it doesn't go through, they'll send you an email saying that it failed, give you 3 days, and then you update your information. Same if you have a PA account. There's 2 types of PA account fees you could sign up for. You could do the monthly fee, which is normally cheaper at just $100 a month, or you could do the lifetime fee, which is a little more expensive. Right now, again, being on sale only $130. That's definitely the way to go if you do get funded with it being on sale. No refunds on resets. All reset fees are non-refundable. Evaluation accounts only. This policy is exclusive to evaluation accounts, and single reset per renewal. If you fail the account after a reset, we won't reset it for free again unless it renews in a failed status. Alright, so then close positions before resetting. Of course, we want to make sure all of our positions are closed. Select the correct account, right? Because Apex doesn't have a refund policy. There's no refund policy. They give you a long list to go through, a whole bunch of check marks when you're purchasing the account. No refunds, but again, it's a very cheap fee to be able to start trading and possibly take a payout. Now, guys, what we've all been waiting for, the 30% rule. Make sure you guys are running that like button up. I do appreciate it. Join our community at bullishbrs.com. I go live every day for us, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 11, go over some pre-market prep, and then we live trade using Bookmap. We'll show some examples of Apex, help people get funded, help people get paid out. Really a great time. So 30% rule, guys, limit on losses. Open trades should not exceed 30% negative drawdown from the account's profit balance. Example, a 50K account, if the profit balance is 4,000, a trader should not allow the drawdown to exceed 1,200. Guys, again, this rule, if you're up $4,000, you shouldn't see one loss hitting 1,200, right? That tells me right away that, maybe this trader's a little inconsistent. Maybe this trader's gambling. Maybe this trader doesn't have appropriate sizing. And guess what, guys? We shouldn't be hurt by that. We shouldn't take it personally. This is a great thing. Apex wants us to prove that we're consistent and profitable traders. Well, then let's prove it to them, because these rules will also help keep you in line to not overtrade and give back profits. New/low profit accounts. For accounts that are new or have low profits, the 30% rule is based off the trailing threshold. So 30% of the 2,500 trail stop on the 50K account. So you'd start at $750 max risk. Guys, again, if you're trading a 50K account, you should not be risking $750 on one trade or in one day. You should maybe be risking $150, $200 per trade, because we're not trading a 50K account. We're trading the $2,500 trail down, and that's what's important. And I do have some slides going forward on how much you should be risking per account size per trade. Adjustment based on growth. If the account balance doubles the safety net, traders may use a 50% drawdown limit instead of a 30%. Guys, this is huge. This is something that nobody talks about in Apex. Everybody would much rather be upset about the 30%, but if you stay consistent, they reward you. Now you have a 50% drawdown instead of 30%. Accidentally exceeding 30% does not mean immediate account closure, guys. Don't think, oh man, I just hit over 30%, whether it's buy side or sell side, whether it was a winning trade or losing trade. It's okay. Try to manage it. Try to get it back where it should be. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. And guess what, guys? If you're in the let's say you're funded and you have to trade the 8 days before you get paid out, and on day 7 you exceed that. Okay, well, guess what? On day 8, you might not be able to take that payout because you have to hit a new profit target in order for that original day 7 to fall within that 30% rule, because the 30% rule comes off of your total P&L when you're going to take that payout. 30% rule, don't take advantage, right? So occasionally breaching the 30% limit won't lead to immediate penalties like account failure or payout denials. However, frequent or extreme violations like exceeding 40%, 60%, 80%, they don't want us flipping accounts, guys. Will lead to corrective action, including warnings, account suspension, or payout restrictions. If your open P&L exceeds 30% occasionally, but you quickly correct it, it will be no penalties at all. Repeatedly allowing your account to hit 60% or something higher like that, that's when they start to flag it. So again, guys, these aren't hard rules where, oh, if you hit 32%, you can't get paid out, they're going to deny everything. Absolutely not. I mentored somebody, his name is Gates Adams. You guys can check him. He hosts the Trader Bacon Show on Benzinga. It's also sponsored by Apex Trader Funding. I mentored him for about 5-6 months last year. He's just starting to get some payouts going. He's doing fantastic. He had a day where he thought, you know what, this day's, I think, 32, 34, 35%. But he stayed calm. He kept trading. I think it was 32%, so very small over the 30% rule, but they did not deny the payout. If you have 30% drawdown, you cannot even request payout. I understand you should be denied. Yeah, if you reach 30% on the drawdown, right? So over the 30%, the 30% rule works for your profitable days and your losses. So if you're taking a major loss that's over 30% of your account anyways, right? And remember, we're on evaluations or we're on funded accounts. We should really be circling back to ourselves and asking ourselves, am I trading correctly? Am I really managing my risks right? Or am I just going too heavy and hoping for the best? Guys, don't forget, fill out that form for a chance to win a free Apex Trader evaluation account. Got a whole bunch of people responding in there. I'm excited to give it away for you guys. Alright, so examples of the 30% rule. Guys, the rule is designed to help traders control risk by limiting portion of profits that can be put at risk at any one time. Consistently following this guideline is essential for protecting your trading account and avoiding significant drawdown. So again, these rules aren't just there to protect Apex, they're there to protect you as a trader, as an individual, because without any specific guidance at all, it's very easy for us to full port or go heavy in size or just say, screw it, let me go heavy, I could just get a new evaluation, but that is not worth it. Alright, so guys, example, if you're trading a 150k PA account and your best profit day was 2,000, here's how you would calculate it. So you would take 2,000 divided by the 0.3, which is our 30%. That equals 6,667. That means your account must show a total profit of at least 6,667 to remain within the rules limits. So this is a great way, too, of figuring out where your P&L should be. Depending on your biggest day. Let's say you have a really green day of 1,500 on a 50k account. We'll take that 1,500, divide it by 0.3, and that will give you a larger number, and that will be your total P&L that it should be by the time you take that payout. Account sizes and 30% rule. Guys, here's the examples I was mentioning earlier. Let's post that link back in the chat one more time. Free Apex Trader account giveaway. You guys fill out that form below. So examples of 30% risk limits under profit exceeding threshold. So 25k account, you're starting with $450 max risk. And again, 25k account, you do not want to risk $450. Your trail stop is 1,500, which tells me in not even 4 trades, you're going to blow this account if this is your actual risk. A 50k account, same situation. The 50k account trail stop is 2,500. We're not risking $750 per trade. That is poor risk management. 100k account, we're looking at $900. 150k, we're looking at $1,500. 250,000, we're looking at $1,950. And 300k, we're looking at $2,250 max risk, which is 30% of its $7,500. So there is news trading. Guys, believe it or not, some people think you're not allowed to trade news on Apex, and I was actually one of those for a little while, but you are allowed to trade news on Apex. Apex permits traders to engage in news trading during significant market events, which can lead to rapid price movements. However, traders must adhere to a one-direction only rule. So guys, you can't have 5 Apex or 10 Apex accounts, and if FOMC or CPI is coming out, have 5 of them go long, 5 of them go short, and whichever one passes, well then now you have 5 funded accounts. It's not going to work like that. They will catch on to that, right? That's gambling. That is not proper risk management, nor is it proper trading. Apex, traders may take a position in either long or short. Like I said, it's directional. You can only be long or short. You cannot be both. And same as if you're on ES, if you're long on ES, you can't take a short on MES on the same account, right? Because again, you're just going against yourself there, and you're in a long and short, which they are very against. Any attempts to bypass these rules through group or partner trading schemes will result in complete closure of all involved accounts. Guys, they take this news trading and trading both sides way more seriously than they take the 30% rule, because this is where people are able to say, okay, I just bought 20 Apex accounts, 10 long, 10 short, let me get easy funded, and then I'll trade safely. No, no, no. We want to trade our evaluation accounts same way we trade our funded, so we know that our rules are working and we're able to remain consistent. Guys, don't forget, fill out that form for a chance to win a free Apex account. Trailing threshold. Guys, the initial trailing threshold is used to calculate the risk. What's going on, Fritz? Hello and welcome. Don't forget, guys, hit that like and subscribe button. I go live on YouTube Mondays and Fridays for 8:30 to 11 for live trading, and I go live Monday through Friday for our community at bullishbrs.com. So the initial trailing threshold is used to calculate the risk limit regardless of whether the threshold has been adjusted. Even if your trailing threshold decreases, your risk limit still references the original starting amount until you exit the safety net. Very important, guys, right? If you lose that 750 on the first trade, or we go back here, right? We lose that 450 on the first trade, we're still risking 30% of 1500, even though we're already closer to that trail stop. Once you exit the trailing threshold stop, the rule shifts to 30% of your start of day profit. If your account doubles its safety net, the allowed drawdown can increase to 50%. So again, they are giving the successful traders more room to trade because they've proven themselves. Example of a 50K account, if you accumulate 2,600 in profits and pass the safety net, your risk is calculated based on 30% of that 2,600. If your profits rise to 5,200, your drawdown allowance can increase to 2,600. How huge is that? Before we were risking only 30% of 2,600. Now we're risking that full 2,600 just because we were able to double that profit target. Some more rules to keep an eye on, guys. DCA, dollar cost averaging. This was probably one of their biggest rules like last year, maybe even just 6 months ago. You weren't allowed to DCA dollar cost average, and people were very upset over this. But now, because people were upset, people casted their opinion, they listened, we can now DCA. Traders can use DCA as part of their strategy, provided it's applied consistently and responsibly, right? So same situation, as long as you're not going past the 30% rule, higher or lower, it's okay. DCA is permitted as long as it does not violate any other consistency rule, like I just mentioned, 30% in one day, negative P&L. DCA needs to be applied consistently and responsibly to satisfy the rules. So flipping is allowed. I know I mentioned earlier flipping's not allowed, but I was more referring to if you're trading a 50K account, don't try to turn 50K into 100K in a week, because they're not going to be a fan of that. Opening and closing trades. This is what they mean by flipping, though. Opening and closing trades quickly to count as a trading day is permitted as long as the $50 minimum profit for 5 days is satisfied. So as you guys know, it does take 8 trading days to get that payout. That's going to be in a few slides from now. I'm going to cover the payout fees and everything like that. Trade half contracts until trailing stop is achieved. Traders are limited to trading half of the available contracts until they meet the trail stop threshold, encouraging careful risk management. So guys, this is important too, because this is also a rule that Apex has that I don't think anybody really talks about. Traders are limited to trading half of the available contracts. Now, if you're on a 50K account, they give you 10 minis. A 50K account, $2,500 trail down, we're never trading 10 minis. We're probably not even going to trade 5 minis. So it's okay. This isn't a rule we really need to focus on. And maintain a 1 to 5 risk to reward. Now, not a 5 to 1 where you're risking 1 to make 5, but risking 5 to just make 1, which is a very poor risk to reward. That's as low as they'll let you go. And in my opinion, that's not even necessary. A 1 to 5 risk to reward, you need to have like a 99% win rate to be profitable in that. Payout method selection, guys. So here's how you get your payouts. US versus non-US traders. For US traders, payout method is direct deposit ACH payout process. US traders will have their payment processed via ACH using regional service providers, whereas non-US traders, guys, you will have payout method is international via plane. They used to use Waze, W-A-Z-E, now they use plane. Payout requirements, guys, very important here. So 8 trading days, like I mentioned before, you must have completed at least 8 trading days. Profit of 5 days, at least 5 of those 8 days must show a profit of $50 or more. So all of these rules sort of adding up. So the 5 green trading days, 8 trading days in total. At least 5 of those 8 trading days have to be in the profit of $50 or more. Which, guys, this again isn't that much of a rule we have to watch, because as long as we're staying within that 30%, we shouldn't be coming down to trying to get 5 days at least. Oh, here's my 5th day for $50. No way, because something tells me at that point those 1 through 4 days are probably too large and will mess up your 30% rule. So safety net for first 3 payouts. The safety net is calculated as your drawdown limit plus $100. This requirement applies to your first 3 payouts. For more details, please refer to safety net rules. Profit split, you keep 100% of the first $25,000 per account. That's huge, per account. So you could maybe take 10 accounts, $25K per account. That's amazing. And then 90% of the profit after that, which again is a huge profit split. Your account must meet the required minimum balance to approve a payout, which includes surpassing the trailing drawdown level. The trailing drawdown in a PA account stops at the starting balance plus $100. So that's where each trail down stops and locks in. That way we could build a stronger cushion depending on which account we have. 100% payout eligibility. So guys, to qualify for 100% payouts, traders need to complete 5 approved payouts first. So once you complete those 5 approved payouts, on the 6th payout, you can withdraw the full amount of your profits, even if you reach this point before the 4-month mark. So it used to be, Apex used to have a payout window, right? Where the 1st to the 15th you could request a payout, and then, no, it was the 1st through the 5th, and then it was like the 15th through the 20th. And it was just a 5-day window in the beginning, 5-day window at the end. But now, no payout window. Once you hit those 8 days and those 5 green days or whatever the case may be, and you're above the payout threshold, you're above where you're supposed to be, take those payouts any time of the month. By consistently following an 8-day payout cycle, you can hit the milestone in as little as 48 trading days, giving you full access to your profits in about 2 months. So they really cut it down for us. Eligibility, complete 5 approved payouts to access 100% of your profits from the 6th payout onward. So again, that's not just one time you could take out your full payout. You could then take your full profit anytime you have a payout on that account. So if you're consistent with it and you're doing $3,000-$4,000 a week, well then okay, then you could take out that $8,000 bi-weekly. That's fantastic. This is huge. Then if, let's say, God forbid, you blow the account, that's okay too. You just hop right back on an evaluation account, get right back to it. That's one of the best parts about Apex. So safety net requirements for the first 3 payouts. So what is it? The safety net is the sum of the drawdown amount based on your account size plus $100. Minimum payout expectation. If the safety net threshold is met, you can request the minimum payout of $500. Guys, minimum payout is $500. You cannot request less than that. Payouts above minimum. To request more than the minimum, your balance must exceed the safety net threshold by the additional amount you wish to withdraw. So if you're at $2,600 on the 50K account, anything above $2,600 is profit that you could take off. So if you bring it to $53,100, that brings you to that minimum $500 you could withdraw. Payouts above minimum, so 50K account, yep, just what I just said. Oh no, I'm sorry. If your balance is right, you could withdraw the first 500 at 2,600, not at that 31. So even better. Minimum required balance. So here's for the 25K account. This is the minimum balance to request that payout. So $500 would come off of the 25K, 50K, all the way through to the 100K static. So if you're on a 100K account, you would really just need to bring it to $100,300 That will then let you take that $500 profit. Minimum payout, $500 for any account size. You must have at least 8 trading days since the last request and meet the minimum required balance. Now, just because this is the minimum doesn't mean this is what you have to request. You could also request the maximum as well, and that's going to be on this page. So 25K account through the 100K account, this is the maximum payouts you could take per payout cycle until you hit that 100% PNL withdrawal. So 25K account, you could take out as much as 1,500 per 8 days of trading. 50K is 2,000, 75K is 2,250, 100K is 2,500, and so on and so on. The most you could take out is with a $300,000 account. You could take out $3,500, and again, this is a bi-weekly basis or every 8 trading days as long as you're taking those trading days. No minimum after 6 payouts. So again, starting with the 6th payout, there's no minimum payout amount anymore. You could take 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. If you're in profit 20,000, 30,000, you could then finally cash out on all of that. If you've been bag holding, you've been growing the account for a month or two, and you're in 20,000 in profit, you're able to finally take out that 20,000 off the top. Multiple accounts and payouts. Guys, trade up to 20 accounts. That is amazing. So separate accounts, separate payouts. Each account operates independently, meaning you can request the maximum payout for each account during every eligible payout period. Example scenario, let's say you have 10 accounts, 10 50Ks. You can withdraw 2,000 from each account every trading day for a total of 20,000 across all accounts. And again, that's every 8 trading days. Imagine that 20K all from that 150K account. Now let's say you can withdraw 2,000 from each account every 8 trading days, right? Now we're trading just one account, we're copy accounting it. So we can maybe look to make 300-400 a day on that one account. It'll copy that 300-400 to all the other accounts, so it's not even like we have to make 20,000 in 2 weeks. No, we're just staying consistent, 300-400 a day with multiple accounts to give us larger payouts. If you repeat the process over 16 trading days, you could withdraw a total of 40,000. And again, that's just with 10 accounts. You could trade up to 20 accounts on Apex. Boosted earnings power, use multiple accounts, which lets you maximize payouts and grow your income within the same trading window, right? So we're adding accounts, but we're not adding any extra stress or anything for us, right? We're just duplicating the account to the others, and I will make a video shortly on how to do that. More flexibility, run different strategies on separate accounts. So some people who don't want to copy trade to every account, let's say you buy 10 accounts, you want to trade strategy A on 3 of them, strategy B on 3 of the others, and then some other strategy on the other 4. You could do whatever you want. These accounts are yours. You don't have to copy all of them all the time. Let's say you copy 10 accounts, you get all 10 funded, and then you want to start trading with just 3 of them. Just in case you blow those 3, you'll still have those 7 PA accounts in your back pocket that you could then start to trade off of. And this is something I like to recommend. It's definitely a smart thing to do to keep yourself sort of at bay too, to know, okay, just in case something happens, I'm still prepared. Better risk control. Splitting trades across accounts helps spread risk and minimize losses. So again, when we're starting to level up in our trading and we're looking to risk more, instead of risking more on per trade, if I'm used to emotionally being okay to trade and risk $200, $300 per risk, once I start seeing 600, 700, 1,000, 2,000, I might emotionally, because emotions play a huge role into trading, not be able to sustain or hold. Whereas when you're copy trading, you're still only risking that 200, 300 per account. So psychologically, it's in your favor. Guys, don't forget, run that like button up. I do appreciate it. Now, here's the tips for each account size. So the 25K account with the goal and trail stop both being 1,500. So there's the 2% rule, which a lot of traders use. You never want to risk more than 2% of your account per trade, but risking 2% on a 25K account would be $500. But risking 2% on $1,500, well, that's only $30. So there's a major difference. So when it comes to these evaluation accounts, especially the 25K, I do recommend maybe a max risk of $150 per trade. Then it'll also only take you 5 correct trades in a row with the 2-to-1 risk to reward. 50K account, your goal is 3,000, trail stops 2,500, so we see the trail stops getting a little tighter against the goal. 2% of 50K is $1,000. Well, we don't want to blow our account in 3 trades again. Let's maybe risk $250 because that would take 10 consecutive wrong trades to hit our trailing threshold and get stopped out and blow the account. If we take 10 consecutive wrong trades, I think it's time to reset. I think it's time to reevaluate our situation and sort of start to adapt to the changing market conditions. 150k account, the goal is 9,000, trail stop is 5,000. So look how wide the trail stop and goal are. The goal is much further and the trail stop is much closer. 2% of 150k is 3,000, but same situation. We don't want to be out of our account in just 3 trades. But 2% of 5,000 is only 100, risking only $100 per 150k account. It's a little ridiculous. We're going to be here for a long time. So real risk for this account, I would say probably about $500 as well. And 250k account, so goals 1,500, trail stop 6,500. Now it's a complete 2-to-1 risk to reward on your goal versus trail stop. When we go to the lower accounts, it's much easier because your risk, your goal, and your trail stop are very similar in price. 2% of a 250k account is $5,000. And again, something that we notice with all these Apex accounts is 2% of the original balance would knock us out of this account in just 3 trades. And that's for all of these that we have up here. 2% of 6,500, which is our trail stop, is only $130. Again, on a $250,000 account where our goal is $15,000, risking $130 per trade, we're going to be there for a while. So real risk maybe about $650 per trade. Again, that's going to keep you in the trading game a little bit longer, and that will actually keep you in, oh yeah, nope, $650. Yep, 10 trades, 10 wrong trades, you're out. That's sort of how I gauge these prop firms, right? So common questions that we get on Apex, and guys, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. And don't forget, guys, fill out that form in the chat for a chance to win a free Apex account. I'm going to go over that very shortly as soon as we're done with these questions, and you guys let me know. So common questions, do I have to trade 8 days in a row? Absolutely not. Just 8 total trading days. You could trade 3 days in a row and take a week off, trade 2 days in a row, which brings you up to 5, and then you go trade 3 more days, brings you up to 8. It does not matter if it's consecutive or if you take some time off. When do I qualify for 100% payouts? That's after the 5th approved payout starting on your 6th. How long do I have to pass the evaluation? Now, here's a great question because a lot of people say, do I have to pass it within a week? Do I have to pass it within that first month for the eval? You could take as much time as you want. There's no time limit. Just know that with Apex evaluation accounts, once you pass that month, it does have that monthly fee. But something to really look at it is to sort of see that monthly fee as what would be your broker fee and any other data fee that might be applied if you were trading your own account. Is there a daily loss limit? So some prop firms have daily loss limits. No, Apex does not have a daily loss limit, but you must follow the trailing threshold and the 30% risk rule. Do commissions count towards the trailing threshold? Of course they do, guys. Commissions are factored into our P&L and drawdown, so they will factor in. Commissions shouldn't be too much of a worry when trading futures, but if you're trading a lot of accounts, that's when commissions start to add up. And can I hold trades overnight or over the weekend? No, Apex requires all positions to be closed by 4:59 p.m. Eastern. That's right before the futures market closes. And when our payouts processed, requests are reviewed. Once they're submitted, there is no longer a payout window. How can I link Trade Ovate to TradingView? Well, I'm going to show you guys a video right now. You know what? If any, yeah, so real quick, we're going to show you guys this video. Or rhythmic, whichever this tab, we're going to click login. So you're going to log in. Account information. And then when you log in, it'll give you your TradeOvate account login credentials. The reason I'm showing you guys a replay of a video I recorded in the past is because to show you guys this information live, I wouldn't be able to cover up a lot of the sensitive data and information. Like usually active subscriptions, this is full, had to block that out. Apex just blocked out my account name, whatever the case may be. So when you log in and you have a TradeOvate account, you'll click login, you'll come to dashboard, and then it'll give you your TradeOvate account login credentials. This is where you have your TradeOvate login, not TradingView, TradeOvate. So you take that TradeOvate login, you log into the browser or the TradeOvate app, you log in, then you hit simulation. It'll be a sim trading because we're looking, I'm going to mute this because I'm commentating. We're going to be simulating, right? Simulation because it's an Apex account, they're paper accounts. Now, once this opens, you're going to go to the top right over here where it says the settings, and then you're going to come over to add-ons. Once you click add-ons, it'll give you a whole bunch of stuff. It'll have TradingView, and it will be free if you have an Apex account. It's $10 a month if you don't have an Apex account. You're going to click activate, then it'll activate and give you access. Then you're going to come over to TradingView. You're going to click on TradeOvate, and you're going to make sure it's set on demo, because it's not a live account. It's still an Apex account, so it's still a demo. You do the TradeOvate username that Apex gave you. You enter the password that they gave you as well, and then you're able to connect and trade right on TradingView with your TradeOvate Apex account. Really great stuff, really useful, very helpful. I think I do also cover, if you hit the trade icon right next to TradeOvate, it pulls up your depth of market on the right hand side over here, and that's how you could execute your trades. You could also right click and hit trade and add new trades as well. Guys, YouTube, make sure you run that like button up. Last chance to fill out in the comments for a chance to win a free Apex evaluation account, guys. Make sure you fill that out now. I'm gonna start getting that list together, and let's see. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Alright guys, you guys got about 10 more seconds to fill out that link in the comments for a chance to win. I'm going to be pulling up. And guys, I do want to do a little giveaway for the weekend. If you use you get 30% off your first one-on-one session with me. Now, you guys know I do live trade every day for Bullishbrs community, bullishbrs.com. Come join, come trade with me. But I also do one-on-one mentorships. It's important that you're not just trading randomly. You're not just blindly following someone, that you understand market structure yourself and how to properly trade. So 30% off your first one-on-one session at tradingpioneers.com. If you use discount code ATF, which is Apex Trader Funding, ATF, go to tradingpioneers.net. I do also have a free trading journal for you guys as well. Just like giving stuff away as much as I can. Absolutely, it's my pleasure, guys. Make sure you keep that like button running up. Go to tradingpioneers.net, and you're going to come over to resources. Under resources, trading journal, you're going to click download, and it's going to give you a trading journal that will help you further your trading. It'll help you see what's working, what's not working, and what you could improve on. Alright guys, so the list is in. Let's go over to our wheel of names. Don't forget, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I do appreciate you all for tuning in. Let's paste that list and let's spin it. I just realized Kevin's up there. Oh, I think that's another Kevin. That's okay. Who's our winner today? Oh, Fritz. Fritz, my man Fritz. Congratulations, Fritz Nelson, on the free Apex Trader evaluation account, dude. Congratulations. Let me make sure I do have your email. So I'm going to send you a link. I'm going to send you an email with the code, and how you're going to redeem it is you're going to go to apextraderfunding.com like you normally would, but when you're at the payout, yo, what's going on, Will? Good to see you, man. Absolutely. But when you log in and you go to payout, it'll ask you for a coupon code. Instead of putting like Bullish Bears, you're going to put in the code that I give you. So congratulations to, who'd we say that was? Fritz. Congratulations to Fritz. Guys, make sure you hit that like, subscribe. Join us for some live streams on Monday. That'll be free for you guys. And join our community at bullishbrs.com. Hope you guys found this webinar educational and helpful. Any questions, please shoot me a DM. You guys can follow me on Instagram as kevin.futures. Follow me on Twitter, which is Trade with Kev. So appreciate all the love, support, and I hope I was able to help you guys today. Have a great day, have a great weekend, and I'm going to see you guys on Monday.